God promises in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, forasmuch as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." There's a group of people who are very high on the devil's list to try to discourage and stop at all cost. And that is all groups of believers that are working for God. But God tells us to be steadfast, which is committed. God tells us to be unmovable. Has anyone ever told you to move over? If you tied yourself to a lamp post, they can tell you all they want, but you're not going anywhere. God tells us to be always abounding. When we went fishing, we caught a 5-gallon bucket full of fish. We took them home and dug a big hole and put those fish in the hole. Then we filled the rest of the hole with potting soil and then planted a tomato plant on top of that. The plant grew as high as the house and produced hundreds of tomatoes. Why? Why be committed, tied to a lamp post, and abound, which is always doing more? Because our labor is not in vain. God is keeping very accurate records, and He's going to reward us for everything. How do we know that it's legitimate? Because of the resurrection. Jesus arose from the dead, and that guarantees that the Bible is 100% accurate. There are those who claim that the Bible is corrupt and they are false teachers because their God is still in the grave, but not ours. Therefore, we can be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, because Jesus is alive and guarantees that our labor is not in vain in the Lord. He's getting ready to reward us for jobs well done. And that is God's promise for us today.